Well, welcome, friends. Welcome to this edition number 11 of the Morsk feed. It's called, well, this is your invidious host, Stefan Morsk. I'm majorly slugged. Of course, majorly slugged. That does not necessarily mean anything too terrible to most of you, but to me it means that I am not exactly in my normal state of mind and functioning. I am slugged in a combination of horse tranquilizers, anesthetic agents, hallucinogens, more. 3 gin fizz, and a blast of the Thai stick through a diet of Pepsi Bong. Yes. However, since most of you are slightly demented, I doubt you will notice much difference in your inimitable host. It is not that I am promoting the usage of such intoxications, rather that I am proving to you that I can function as normally as Jonny Depp while wasted. Unfortunately, he can afford better intoxicationers than I, your evaporative host, a situation I soon hope to remedy. Well, let's not forget that we have a certain responsibility here, and I will proceed with the important events of the day. Yes, thank you so much, my inimitable studio audience. Don't forget morskgoodmonthly.com, my website. Yes. You will find stuff on it, I don't know exactly what. I think short stories, things like that. Do not forget my book. He is sexual all the time, because you will love it, and because on the Waterpad you may see chapter 1 for free. So go read it. What's the heck? And don't forget the greatest movement that is not only going to save the world, but the universe. Penut, butyl, peace. Yes. Penut, butyl for peace. This movement is going to save the world, perhaps as much as any other alcoholic beverage might do. I don't know. Unless, of course, you have the allergy to the peanut, in which case you are screwed. Well, let me proceed to this month's stories, which of course are quite fascinating. First story, while introducing the former Arkansas governor, Mike Huckabee, Fox's McGinn Kelly, and we have the high-tech image here at the Morsk Studios of McGinn Kelly. Quite hot, isn't she? Referred to him as the host of Huckabee, then corrected herself. When asked to come on, she said, quote, I guess I didn't know what the heck I was talking about. Oh, thank you. Apparently not. Well, on a 34-hour non-stop weather broadcast marathon, Al Roker, and we have the high-tech image of the Al Roker, left his mic on while urinating. Excusez mon test. When asked for explanation, he said, quote, if I can get away with pooping in my pants in the White House, I can easily get away with this. quite true, Roker. The DJ Diplo, Katy Perry's boyfriend, tweeted, quote, someone should make a Kickstarter to get Taylor Swift a booty, unquote. And we have the high-tech image of the Taylor Swift. He was accused of thin-shaming Taylor Swift. What this means, I have no idea. You must excuse my studio audience. The average IQ is 55, but it makes no difference. He was accused of thin-shaming Taylor Swift. When she heard about it, Kim Kardashian said, quote, no problem, she could have half of mine, and I wouldn't even notice. Great, KK. It sounds like an excellent solution. Eminem made reference to punching Lana Del Rey in one of his songs. The lyrics are, quote, I will punch Lana Del Rey right in the face twice like Ray Rice. Lana Del Rey's spokesperson said, quote, since Ray Rice's fiancée married him after the incident, Lana views this as a marriage proposal. So far, no decision about the offer. Thank you very much. Jose Conseco, and of course we have the high-tech image of the Jose Conseco. Shot off his middle finger of his left hand, yes, this one, while cleaning his gun. He was sitting at the table in his home when this happened. When his fiancée mentioned what a stupid thing it was to clean a loaded gun, he tried to give her the finger, but there was nothing there. By the way, Hoda, you luscious little chlamydia in the universe of STDs, the haggard bull fart of my indelible melange. Yes, you are in short rectally elusive. I love you. Oh, yes. On Fox's News as the five, Dana Perrineau referred to the Republicans as, quote, too old, too white, and too male. Tucker Carlson replied, quote, we need an older white guy appreciation day. They have done a lot for the country. When asked for example of this, he said, penicillin, unquote. When reminded that penicillin was discovered by Scottish Nobel laureate Alexander Fleming, he replied, quote, well, what about Viagra? What about it? Good point, Huck. Very good. Senator Harkin of Iowa, it's Harkin back to Iowa, referred to Senate candidate Joni Ernst by saying, quote, she's as good looking as Taylor Swift and as nice as Mr. Rogers. He later apologized for these remarks after he was criticized for being sexist. And here is Joni Ernst in high-tech image. Ernst was quoted as saying, quote, I believe if my name had been John Ernst, Harkin would not have said those things. Taylor Swift weighed in later by saying, quote, is John Ernst someone I could date? Well, my friends, Stolichnaya and masculine go very well together, don't you? I do. Now for some questions through the Twitter sphere from our global audience. Of course, as you may know, our audience expands into the globe, the four corners of the globe. Or there are only three corners. I did remember. Well, question one comes from a lay Geno. A lay Geno who states, quote, did you, Stefan Morsk, ever drink your own pee, unquote? Hashtag thirsty. Well, lay, I can't say I have. However, I will refrain from comment regarding the pee-pee of certain hot women in my former existence as a male sex slave in Vegas. That was not a joke, but certainly okay to laugh. Question number two comes from a card Kim Dashian, who states, quote, did you happen to see my recent nude photos in the magazine Papers? And if so, what did you think of them? Hashtag oily slut. Dear card, I did happen to run across them accidentally in my search of the Twitterverse and found them most introspective, slightly delusional. I drooled on them, but otherwise had no particular reaction. Question three comes from a Dabert Raniero, who writes, quote, why are you such a fucking piece of human turd, unquote? Hashtag eat my poop. That is intolerance. Well, Dobert, I find it difficult to answer your question directly. Perhaps if you had worded it in a subtler, more intriguing way, I would be able to do something other than fold it 3 times and stick it up your ass, you bitch. Now we proceed to the portion of the show in which I reveal my scanning shirt so that you may use your barcode scanners to go directly to my website. 3, 2, 1. Scan me, baby, scan me. Oh, Hoda, I adore you, you little piece of marshmallow ploop. Do not forget my website, morskolitamonthly.com, in which you will find practically everything in the universe. And do not forget this movement, which, yes, is going to save the galaxy. Unless you have a peanut allergy. What can I do about it? Nothing. And to buy my book, A Sexual Odyssey. Well, my friends, this may perhaps bring us to the end of this show, this sexual segment. In the words of one of our greatest poets, Slim Shady, he wrote, quote, fuck them bitches, cut them bitches up with razor blades, pee on them, all them, charge they hoes money for it, end quote. Words, goodbye. I love you. Even though most of you are rather demented, it makes no difference. I bid you adieu until the next time. Farewell. Turn it off. I said, turn it off, you idiot. Must I do everything myself?